everybody, how are you? My name's Iris Smith and I'm the owner of a small business in Mansfield called the Flower Patch. Before I start, I just want to say I've got my heater on because it is pouring it down with rain again outside. I'm really cold and my cats came in, wet through, so I've had to put him on the chair to dry himself off in the heat because he was wanting to come and sit on my lap. Obviously my lap must be warm, but I didn't want him on as I'm going to do this video, so I've had to just put it on. I will switch it off quite soon because I get hot with it on, and he'll probably be asleep anyway shortly. So, and plus the main thing, the noise. So before we start, I just want to go through what we're doing. I want to do a Christmas table display. Now you could either have this on your coffee table or maybe on your dining room table, but bear in mind when you're doing your foliage and everything, if it's on your coffee table, you will be looking down at it, so you must make sure that your foliage is all covered around the inside. But if it's on your dining room table, it's right in front of you when you're eating, so then you must make sure on the opposite side that it's all done too. But the best thing is to do just make sure it's done on both sides. I have put 4 candlestick holders in, and silver and red. I've used a moss based wreath. Well, I was going to use a grapevine, but then I thought, no, let's use a moss because it's already got the greenery on. I haven't got to put any moss on it. And I haven't got to put any aspidistra on it or even spray it. So I thought, it's already done for me. Again, it's not that I'm lazy. It's just that I thought, well, it's Christmas in moss, you know, around because it looks lovely. So hence the reason I got this out. So let's just go through what we're going to be using. I've got a few pine cones, just 5. I've already wired those up. And I'm just going to incorporate the odd ones of these in, you know, just for the Christmassy touch. I'm not sure about the maple. I've got one stem out that I've been hacking at. I thought I'll get it out and we'll see. I don't think I will, but again, I brought it out for backup. So we've got that. I am going to put in my beautiful willow stem, the one what looks like it's got frost on it, which I love. I think it looks like a frosty morning, and I think it's beautiful for Christmas, so I've got that. I've also got out some of my huckleberry plant. Now again, this is deep red, and I will probably be adding the odd one in. I think these are lovely. So I thought they would look nice and Christmassy, just floating out or sticking bits up around our beautiful candlesticks. So I brought out, again, I'm not sure with this, some heather, 2 different variations in here to perhaps put in as well, with it being a Christmassy theme. Excuse me. I've also got out some conifer. Now I've got this out because again, conifer around Christmas, it's very well known in the UK and perhaps all around the world, and I think these would look really, really sweet. I've got a lot of foliage because I'm not sure which ones I want to put in. I've got my fern. These are all the little oddments from this sort of fern that I've got, and I thought I may add also some bits of those. And I've just remembered I wanted to maybe add some bits of Christmas tree spruce as well, I was thinking. I've also got this conifer out as well. That will give a beautiful texture around a Christmas display around the edge. So we've got that. And of course, eucalyptus. Who cannot have eucalyptus in a Christmas arrangement? So this is just from normal, you know, Dunhill. £2.25 for 1 stem, and you get you get two stems on, but they have That one's got 6 pieces on each stem for £2.25. So I've got those. I've had them a while. Now I've also got out the, with us having silver candles, I've also got out the silver eucalyptus as well. I thought, let's give it a go. That might add also a bit of texture. And also, I'm not sure again what this is called, but it's beautiful. I may also add some of this in as well. This is from my Christmas box, and this has got to be been in my Christmas box for a good 3 years. I had masses of it, but there's only the odd stem left now. So I thought, let's get it out and start to use it. So, oh, that was one of my vases on the floor that keep clanking. I'm going to leave it on the floor. It's not broke. My husband's going to build me a cabinet all the way across to put things in, he says. So, that'd be nice. Let's hope he does. I've got some fruits as well that I want to place in with the arrangement. Obviously, the berries. I've got my red berries, and I thought, let's, Christmas. I haven't got ivy down. That's the thought. Or holly. I've forgotten that. Oh my good gracious me, I'll have to grab some. And then I thought, what about some apples? Let's get some apples in for the Christmas theme, just to sit around as well. And then also the beautiful sparkly ones. Look at those. They are lovely. I love these. So I've got 4 of each out because 4 candles. I may place 1 of each around each candle. So we've got those as well. And then for our floral, there's a lot of things. All I've got out is our red roses and our white roses. I don't want anything else or the floral, like hydrangea or anything like that. Or, I don't know now, daisies or anything. I just want roses. So I've got the mixture of both to add in around it as well. So before let me get my ivy. I'm going to have to go this way because the cat's on the chair and the chair's sticking out. So where are we? Oh my good gracious me, I can see masses of it. But which one's the top one? Oh gosh. Oh, what was that? That'll do. Just 1 piece fell off. Oh, that will do nicely. I only wanted 1 piece. So we'll get that. Just 1 piece of ivy. You can have holly if you like. The ivy, this has just fell off, so it must be the last piece of one. So let's use that one. And I did want some Christmas tree spruce now. I need some that are loose. And because I've not got them, let's use end of this garland and cut some off of this as we need it. I'm going to just add some spruce in. This is the last piece of one of my garlands. Oh gosh. So I can snip pieces off of there and use that. It looks like a swag. Oh, that'd be good. See, I always do that with garlands as well. Shape them down, cut them down into a V and make a swag. That's another way of saving pennies. I've done that many a times and it works. It really does, guys. I don't know what I'm fluffing it up. And I've got a bag under there, and I'm not sure whether I want to get a few bits of accessories or keep it more traditional for the Christmas theme. Let me just pop that up there. Let's have a look. Oh my good gracious me, I've got the cinnamon sticks. I've got bags, everybody, bags of Christmas sticks. Oh my good gracious me. Prezzies, gifts. I don't know whether to add on a couple of prezzies as well. Oh gosh, what haven't I got? I have bows, red bows as well, and silver. I got them at 99p ages ago. Can you hear the jingle jangles, guys? I've got some bells in here as well. Oh. Oh, I don't know, there's that many. Oh, I tell you what I have got, and I adore these. I've made a wreath for my, a couple of years ago for my house. The antlers. Oh, and I made a wreath out of gold and red, and I had antlers on them all the way round. I loved these. I got these, and now it's a shame. Wilco's. So I got them from there, and I can't, and it doesn't say the price, I can't remember. But I bought masses of them, and I placed them all around the wreath like that. Oh, and I loved them. I've still got the wreath. It's actually upstairs in the attic. No, I think I'm going to keep it traditional, but I do have some cinnamon sticks. I may add those. Oh, this is what I do when I come into my Christmas box. I have everything. Sorry about the noise. See, I've even got swirly grass, just white frosted grass. This is wooden grass. This is lovely as well to work with, to put on wreaths as well. There's a bit of snow. And I've got miniature, oh, these are cute as well. Miniature pines. Look how tidgy they are. They are lovely. But I think I'm going to stick with a traditional. Oh, I've got to start emptying these boxes around October, end of October, to get them all out. Oh, that was a task. That was a task. And some cinnamon sticks, some spruce. Now I think we've got it all. Again, there's masses on here. Again, I don't think I'm going to be using everything. You know, the odd bits out of each bunch. It's not going to be the whole of the bunches. So I'm going to turn this off. It's gone to sleep. That's better. You feel you have to be quiet when they're asleep because you don't want them to wake up and bother you. So anyway, I'm going to push those down there. This chair, I wish it was stationary. Oh. Right, guys, here we go. So first of all, let's start putting in some of this conifer. Oh, it's gone really quiet now. And I'm not having everything again how I usually do it, sticking out it. That would make it enormous. It'd be like a wreath, but laid on the, just sat down. I'm going to be snipping bits off. Because I'm sure not everybody's got a massive, enormous coffee table if that's where they want to place it. So we're going to just dip it in our glue. And I've also brought my old puncher out because sometimes it can be very hard to get in, especially with the moss. See, like this, look. So I have to give it a helping hand. Let me take these off. Oh, but that's what I use for my candlestick holders, just for a single one. You can get them with spikes on, but I'll take these out because they will be in my way. I shouldn't have put them in because once they're in, sometimes, look, it pulls it off if you take them back out, which is a shame. That's a shame, that's a shame. We'll hide all that. Hide the mechanics. Just clear these back out. Takes the paint off of them. Right. Let me just make sure that's in. No, that's not in. Good enough. So let's cut it more at a diagonal point. I leave my hole puncher there so I know where I place the hole, because on the moss you can't really see. And as I pull it out, I push the other one in. That's better. Gosh, I'm hot in here. My glasses are sliding down my face, look. I feel like one of those horrible school teachers will look above the glasses and tell you off. I don't like them when they fall down. I think they're too big for my face. Or they need tightening up. Because I've got quite a slim jawline, and it's glasses don't sit well on my face. They tend to fall off quite easily. They don't last long. Right, I can see where I've put that one. And again, I'm just going to go round. You can manipulate these and bend them. You haven't got to have it all flat around the floor, the ground, because we will be putting other things underneath. I want to give it a variation. I need some of them chains. I wonder if I could put a rubber band on and place it behind my ear. Bargain. I just thought of that as I was taking that rubber band. I went, it's not a bad idea, that, Iris. Oh. Let's just manipulate that. Again, I'm going in different areas. I'm not just placing it in one area and placing it the same. It's all going to be different shapes all the way around, or different heights. Gosh, everybody's at work again today, so I've got to make my own coffees. Disaster. I should have asked my youngest son just before he went to grab me a cuppa. I've got my cup, but that's about it. I drank it before we started. Well, I couldn't get my cat in last night, guys. I shouted him and shouted him. He wouldn't come. So I ended up leaving him out. I feel guilty for doing that, but I'm not going to stand on the street shouting till 2, 3, 4 in the morning. He obviously enjoyed being out there, so in the rain. He come running back this morning, absolutely wet through, crying for food. Where did I put this? I can't remember where I put this now. I should have left it in. I have to take the glue off yet again. Busy chatting about my cat. I'm doing it sat down today because I thought, you know, it's not on an easel. I'm not doing it on an easel. It's flat down to the ground. So I'm going to sit down and do it for you. Oh, I feel like everything's in the way. Even gosh, aren't I weird and fussy? I just don't like mess. I'll say mess. Things around me when I'm trying to work. And all I'm doing is just placing some up, down, not regular, you know, you see there's 2 up there, 3 up there, 1 down, 1 down. So I'm just placing them in different positions around the reef. There's no set position. You can even bend it to go in a different direction as well. Put one right under the bottom. I ought to start getting my winter clothes out, because it is perishing here. It does feel like winter. And I'm very nesh. I'm a very, very nesh person. So I think my really thick woolly jumpers will be coming out probably by end of this week. This is only thin. And I can feel the cold already. So, does anybody else get their winter clothes out early? Are they nesh like me? And again, we're just making, I'm just taking these last two off here just to give me a bit of stem so I can play. I've got something to play with. Oops. Oh gosh. I'm going to go right under there with that one. Oh, I love doing Christmassy things. Underneath this moss, if you don't know what's underneath, it is actually straw. That's what you do have underneath. So it is, believe it or not, with the moss on as well, quite hard to get it in on some things. I might start bringing some in the centre. So let's just cut that down a little bit more. Bring some in, facing towards the centre as well. Because again, this is what we need for the more natural look for it. I'm not going to put as many in on the centre. Let's just cut these. And again, it's just like basically doing a wreath but flat on your desk. That's all. There's nothing else, you know, not a particular way to be doing these. It's just like a wreath, that's all it is. But just flat. Oh, it's really quiet. I don't like it when it's too quiet. I don't mind the odd days where I get a bit of peace, but other than that, no. I like people around me. I don't like my own company because it's too quiet. I mean, in here, I don't mind because I'm chatting away to yourselves. You know, so I've got somebody to talk to in a manner of speaking. But I don't like just sitting in a quiet house. Excuse me. I've got a chest infection, everybody. The doctor says it's the change of the weather. I'll go with that. So I'm going to put another one here because it just looks a bit bare on the bottom down here. Already I'm saying it looks bare. But you know, the balance of it, everybody. Right, so that is what I've done. Just place them all around, you know, in different positions to give it more of a natural feeling than just being around the outer side. So we'll put those on the floor and we'll move on now to our next one. save that because I want to put that across the top. Let's get a few of these spruces off of here and place in some of these. And this is what I do. I've done this many times. If you haven't got a grapevine or you haven't got a Christmas wreath with these, you know, just the traditional spruces on like this, then I do the same thing. Now on the bottom, I do take a few of the material off because I don't want that going in my glue as I dip it. Not a lot I don't take off, just enough to give me a little bit of a stem to push it in. And again, I will use this, and when I put it in the glue, I will hold on to those really tight so I don't get any of this spruce going in. Because once it's in your glue, it is in. And again, we're just going to place those in different positions again around. So I'm going to cut several off. I'm not going to place too many. Like I say, this is one way to get, you know, if you need foliage and you want some pine and you've got a bit of a garland left, then cut bits off. Don't go out spending money, and you know, if you've got some on a garland like I have. This was the end of a garland, so I'm using it to just add bits of spruce into the display. See, this is what happens if on here, if you can see, all the bits come off. They're very messy. So if that went into your glue, everybody, they would melt eventually, but I don't think you want that really, do we? So again, just pull them off. They come easily off. Hold them while I dip them, and just place these randomly again around the wreath like we did with these conifers. I've even used some of the end of the garlands as well for grapevine wreaths as well. It doesn't just have to be these. I've used them for grapevine wreaths. You know, why throw them away or leave them standing for years when you know you can use them? I think it's great. And just twist them as well when they're into, because you know they're wired, so you know, into any position. Some are longer than others, but I don't mind that. Put one up here. And just bend it. I should have really pulled these, if I would have remembered. Got them out and pulled them off and prepared them. Because I'm sure you don't want to see me constantly just doing this. So I am usually prepared with majority of my things, I would say. So I'm trying to do it at the speed I would if I wasn't on the camera. Because usually when I'm on the camera, I tend to take my time so you can see me properly or slowly what I'm doing without me rushing and you missing anything. But with these, there's not really much you can really show apart from that. I'm tempted to put in like a couple down at the bottom, one on the top. Again, I'm not overloading it. We've got plenty of foliage out, so we're going to use all that. And sticking to my fingers, the spruce. If you don't want to pull it off, or you may have poorly hands, use some scissors. Don't make it worse for you. If you suffer with arthritis, use scissors instead to cut the pine off. I think I've got enough on the top. I'll finish off around the sides. That was a good guess. I didn't even count when I was cutting. It's already wrapped around my hands. Right, I've got one left, so let's have a look where I could put this. Here. Next to this conifer. I ordered some more calla lilies. I ordered them in orange weeks ago. And they've only just yesterday arrived. My husband went, more calla lilies. I had to show him the order and say, look, these was what I ordered weeks ago. Absolutely weeks ago. And I don't know why they've delayed in arriving. Gosh, why do I put white on? Right, so that is what we have now with just our little bits of Christmas spruce placed in. I can easily put more in, but I just want to go around and put all the different other things in before we start. So I think I'm going to put our willow. And with our willow, let me just cut one piece. I'm going to use just strands with 3 leaves on at a time. And I'm going to be placing those around the edge because they are long. So these are going to go around the edge. I may have to put some on picks. I'll cut a few off, like this one, because there's nothing there to play with, so that'll have to go on a pick. So we'll cut that one down, because I don't want them extremely long. I do like these though. And I got these out of Tesco. Right, let me just see how many. What I'm going to do again, like I say, is place these around the edge and give it like the base of it, so because they sit flat, these, so I mean you can maneuver them in and manipulate them. Gosh, I don't know what's getting wrong, what I'm doing. I seem to be getting the amount cut off correct. So that is what it's going to look like along the bottom. So these are going to sit flat, and this is obviously going to be raised in the centre, and then with your candles placed in as well. I may have to glue these in because I've got a feeling they're going to move. So that's what we're going to do with these. Let me just see if any would look nice. Some may look nice actually up above. Oh, now I could do one up, one down, one up, one down. Oh, let me just look, guys. That might, oh my good gracious. I think I might do that. See, I changed my mind like the weather. And then I've got some small oddments of these, so I may put those on the bottom. Oh, I just love Christmas. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's give ourselves a challenge. and see, because I wasn't sure about putting them on the top with them being quite long, but hey-oh, we're going to do it. Because I can manipulate them if they're looking too much. And just slightly bring it out. Oh, yes. Oh, how floaty is that? Isn't it wonderful? Oh, here I go again. Excuse me, everybody, especially you newcomers. If you hear me breaking out in a bit of music, it's it's something I always do. My husband reckons that everybody's going to start calling me the singing florist. Oh no, I can't. That one's just not going in properly. Let's remove. Right, I've got the hole ready. And as I pull out, I will push in. There we go. I feel like a doctor. Or a dentist. Right, one here. I'm going to bend that before I get it out. I may have bent that a bit too much. Place it there. La la. Oh gosh, sorry. Oh, I was having a look on YouTube last night on my account, and I had to ask my son when he got back from football. I think when I changed these sort of subtitles for the lady in Spain, and I think for her to have subtitles on all my videos, I've got to change the add the language on every video I do. Now, I thought it would just automatically, once I add in Spanish, it would do it for the whole lot of the videos I've done. But my son said it doesn't look that way. It looks like you have to add it onto every video that you do. Now, that's daft. You know, such a big company like YouTube, you'd think that they'd just put it, you know, automatically for people, you know, to watch in their language. You know, so instead of us having to change it on every, well, add, should I say, on every video. So I've got over 80 videos, and I thought, oh my goodness, that's going to take a while, because I have to go through different categories to add on the subtitles. I started doing it, but then I gave up. I thought, oh my good gracious me, surely that, you know, it's either at the other side of the world in Spain, that, or wherever, you know, they could get the subtitles up, I'm sure, in their language, you know, from their side. If anybody knows, let us know, because I'm not sure. It was quite, you know, because I'm relatively new to this with YouTube, it just confused me. Isn't there something where it does, you know, the languages, what you add on for subtitles, do it automatic for the whole lot of the videos you've you know, done? Or have I got to really keep doing it for every video, adding different countries on so they can see? I mean, I don't mind, I'm not moaning, but I just thought it would have been better if they would have, you know, YouTube could have made it possible for it to automatically sync in with whichever country they're watching it. Excuse me. If that makes sense to everybody. If there is a way, I mean, because I don't want, no harm to the lady, but I don't want to keep having to set up subtitles for her. And, you know, when That sounds awful. That's just stopped me in the tracks. Sorry, that sounds awful. That really does. Oh, now I feel guilty now. But I don't want, I'm sorry, I don't want to be just every night when I've finished, keep going for work, keep going back in the house and then adding subtitles onto my channel, you know, and adding different countries, because you have to add the country in and first and then press add subtitles. So, and I thought, even my son said, well, can't the lady, you know, in her country add subtitles, surely? You know, because we can add subtitles here. And I said, yeah, but I don't know if she's watching it on a laptop or if she's watching it on a Android or, you know, a smartphone or something. So maybe she can't do it that way on the TV, perhaps, but not. I don't know if you could, because I'm not technology, you know, clever in that way. I don't know. I really don't know. But it's a long job if I've got to keep doing it every day and adding, you know, different languages. I had somebody from Indonesia. I couldn't understand what his his comment was, so I had to add Indonesian language just so I could translate it. So, isn't that a shame? I thought YouTube would just translate everybody's language underneath, you know, because you can go on Facebook and then if somebody's texting to you and you can see translate, it says under the message. Why can't YouTube do that? I don't know if they do that. Who knows? I think I want one. No, I'm not going to overdo it. Sorry about that little nag. It's just confusing me because I'm not that way. I'm no good with technology. My husband isn't. I mean, when we was younger, there was no telephones. There was no. There was just black and white televisions. There was no computers. You know, there was just, you had to write a letter. You know, when we was young. Oh, that makes me sound old. That makes me sound like I'm a bit of a caveman. But that's how it was. So, you know, the young ones get brought up on it and learn it. We don't, or we didn't. So, because it wasn't around. So I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to do it. I don't know what's, you know, actually, I'll be honest, for the easiest. But like my son said, well, shouldn't that lady be able to get it herself? You know, why do you have to do it for her? I said, I don't know. I don't know if I have to, being the person who's doing the videos. I'm not sure. I'm really not. I'm just going to get, I think, because I want to place these here. Or maybe at the bottom. No, not at the bottom, sitting at the top. So I want 4 of them. Sorry about that little rant. It's just that I'm confused and I just need a bit of help and advice on it. You know, because I don't really know. I'm no good at it. No good at technology. So I don't need that anymore. So that now can go. Right. Let's put in the other conifer and get that in as well. Now with these, I'm going to have these this length. I'm not cutting these down. I could cut them down and have them shorter, but because these are long as well, these are going to be added in. I'm just thinking, do I add? Yeah, I'm going to add some on the base of it as well. So I want about, I don't even know how many I've got here. I told my husband I'm going to need to order some more of these as well. I love these. They're very realistic. So, in fact, before we start, let me glue these in. Because these are worrying me. I don't want them to move. Just going to hold it. Because once you put it in, look, they just come out really, really easy. And that's not what I'd like. I'd like them to be able to sit in place because you don't want your candles wobbling. So we'll sit those in place. Oh my good gracious. So they should set, so then they shouldn't move. If they do, then I'll get my bottled Gorilla Glue and I will make sure they sit in properly. But I would have to wait 24 hours. Oh, let's just get all this down out my way. I bet you're thinking I'm really fussy. I am. Right. I'm going to place some, I may need about 10. And again, I'm not cutting the stem. Well, actually, there we go. So then that sits at the bottom on your, where it will sit on your table. Oops. Just heard a knock and nobody's in. One moment, guys. Oh my goodness. Why people disturb me when I'm enjoying myself? Oh, I wondered what that noise was. Why is it all giving me jeepers that side? It was the postman for a delivery for my son. Whew. My son's ordered himself some clothes. So while I was in there, I went and got myself a little penguin cake bar, chocolate, and made myself a drink as well. And let the other cat in the house. She was outside. I hope you don't mind me just, as we say in the UK, scoffing, which is eating. Even though I've had my breakfast, oh my good gracious me, I am hungry. Right, let's carry on with this. Where did I get to? Yeah, so I've got one there. So in between these two willows, I'm going to put one there. Let's just press it there. Leave that in so I know where to put it. Because it can be hard to find the hole if you take it out. And as I take out, I push in. And then I'll just slightly bend that over. You see, I start off saying I'm not going to do big, but this is a 14. Is it a 14? I'll tell you how size. Yes, a 14-inch ring, moss ring. So I had a feeling it was going to be big. But, so basically, I think if you've got a big coffee table, it will look fabulous. But if you've got a big, well, on your dining table, it would look even really better for Christmas dinner. I can see the old. I'm pushing it right down because I don't want any stem being on show. Oh, oh my God. I was going to dip that in the glue. Gosh, aren't I daft? Slightly manipulate it over. Again, because I don't want it too high up. So you can just bend them if you think it, you know, that they're looking a bit too high. You know, just bend them over. I don't mind. I like it anyway, me. I'm easily pleased, guys. As you know. I like anything to do with floral. It may not look like it's Christmassy as of yet, but we're going to get there. Right, how many have I got? 1, 2, 3. I've put one in, so under here. So I'm going to place them where I'd like them to sit. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, so that's where I'm going to have those sitting. Did I put that one in? Yeah. So let's now put these in at the bottom. I know what I have run out of. My silver spruce pine. I'm just realised I could have put silver in, but then I thought, oh no, I've not got none left, so I'm going to have to order that. I think I used the last one last Christmas, and then I just didn't order any more, thinking, oh, I've got a year. And now it's come around quicker than you think. So I think I'm going to have to get some ordered. So I do like the silver spruce on Christmas wreaths or anything Christmassy. And then this last one, yeah. Yeah, I think I'm going to stock up on all the conifer as well, because I've already had some orders for Christmas, and they want quite big wreaths. A lady wants a 24-inch wreath oval doing. I've got them actually in my store cupboard. So that's going to, she spotted these and she says she likes those. So that's going to take a lot of that. So I think I'm going to have to order another probably 20 bunches. So, and the lady next door, she wants 2. Another lady over the road wants 3. A lady down the street, she wants 2. So, oh, and a lady around the corner, she wants 1 for her house. So yeah, that's just on the street. Wow. What an enjoyment time I'm going to have. Right, so let's get cracking. I'm doing a lot of chatting, but nothing else. So, let me just sit these in. I want to have these around the edge, just to give it colour. Oh, it stuck to my hand. Oh, just take that one off. Yes, I'm going to place these. I'm only putting 4 in. I'm not taking any of the leaves off. I'm leaving them on as they are. Some may have more than others, but again, they own natural look. So we're going to be sticking these in around here. And again, I'm going to put them so they balance. Oh, that one's not gone in. Take that blue one. Again, I'm going to put them so they're all balanced out. I'll have to come through the other side slightly. I don't want to just put like 1 in, 2 in and next to each other and not put any on the opposite. I'm just going to fluff these up. So as you can see, that's how I'm placing them. So I want one up here as well. So I'm going to do it opposite, where it's like 6 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock. That's how I'm placing them on the wreath. Again, I'm going to just fluff them up. I'm doing it on my turntable, guys, because it's easier to just go around. instead of, you know, just having to move it along on the mat. If you haven't got a turntable, my friend purchased one from a cake shop. And I've seen them in cake shops. So, if you're thinking where else to get them, go and ask a cake shop if they've got any spare. That's what she did. And the lady behind the cake shop says, oh, I've got loads. So she asked if she could buy one. And the lady said yes. And she says, how much? And she says, oh, just give me £1 in the donation tin. And it's yours. £1. So I don't know, I think that might be about $2 in America, probably. $2.50. She put in the charity box. I think, or $3, maybe something around that. Which is, I hope is that cheap in America? I'm not sure. But that's what she did. And she got one like that. Now that one's a bit too long. I don't like that too long. What is underneath that? This has got a bit of paper. This has got paper back on. And I thought I'd got it all off, but what is underneath? It's so bulky. I've got to get it off because I won't settle. Whatever that is, bugging me. That's better. Much better. Take all the paper off. Use it like that. So let's just look. And do it again. I'm going to the opposite, just to pass the all that I've just done. See, there's the paper. What's also stuck. Just past the all that I've just had it in the first place, because I don't want to put it back in. As you know, I'm very picky like that. I don't want the hole to end up big and things slide out. So that's what we have now with, I'll lift it up with our red maple leaf in. Now that sets the dark green off beautiful. So obviously we've got plenty more to go in. Oh, one of these have popped off. Let's have a look where it's from. There. That was good. Let's dip it and glue it back on. There we go. Wipe the glue off. There. So, I mean, it'll start looking better when we start putting silver in, because I, excuse me, I want to add bits of silver in it. And I'm not going to put these in really big either. So I'm going to get 2 pieces out of one, and I'm going to place these in between the maple leaf. Let me just see if that can go in. Yeah, that can go in. I thought so. It was quite tough, this stem. So we're going to place that there. And I'm going to lift it up. I'm going to bring little bits inwards. I'm not just having them all, you know, going off to the side. I do want to bring them inwards. Now I'm going to save that because there's not much to play with. I could put that on the nick. So I'm going to bring some of the leaves downwards and then bring the rest facing upwards. Oops, what am I doing? Do the same again. I'm going just at the side of where the candlesticks are. Keeps moving on the table. Take that one off as well. Oh, it's all, there we go, better. Oh my gosh, it's come across the glue. So I've added that. I'm going to, I think, because obviously I've got the silver eucalyptus, I will add that. It started to, with this adding the silver, look Christmassy already. Let me just get rid of that. It's the moss. Can be very messy. So I'll save that. Oh, coffee. Oh, that's lovely and hot. That's how I like it, guys. I'm going to cut this into, again, and do it smaller. I'm going to place this coming out here as well. I do want some actually coming inside. So these little bits I could place on the inner side. Let's get a pick on those. And just put those in. Wipe the glue off. They've got a sharp end that has, so let's see. And I'm going to just bring that up. And I'm going to sit it just leaning on that conifer. Right, with these I'm going to bring some out and then some will be stood upright as well. So I'm going to need that old puncture. And stick that in like that. Because I've got these silver one bushes around, I want to add in something slim as well on the top. Because I've got like the pointy one, the flat head, so that I'll have the pointy one and then the flat head over here. I like it to be balanced, as you know. Scissors. I need some bit of a stem, so I'm cutting these bottom leaves off. So over there. So there will be silver. I'm going to hold on to these. I will come to doing the bottom later. I just want to get in these little red ones as well. I want to bring some of those inwards. going to, because they're quite bushy as well, they will look really pretty. I'm not going to put many, I'm only going to put probably 3 of these in at the centre, because again, like I say, they are quite bushy. And I'm going to have them at different angles. Gosh. I may have to put 4 in to balance it out. I'm just trying to keep, yeah. Let's get this. Because it looks bare just there. I will lift it up and show it you. It's just that working flat. I tend to forget. So I want it where it's quite bushy, because I'm trying to make it relatively really big and Christmassy for, because if it, the more height I have here and volume, with your candlesticks in, if I had it flat, you know, quite flat down, it wouldn't really look finished, so to speak, if that makes sense. It, you know, you'd think, well, where's the fluffiness? You know, where's the volume? You need, you know, you need to bring in the volume. And I want to place these as well. So I've got 1 around, because I'm putting my roses and that around the candlesticks. That's my aim. I want to be placing them on there as well. That's quite a smallish, mind you, that one's smaller. And I want to, that's good, I forgot about my ivy. With my ivy, this is what I like to do. Just sit it on top. Obviously, just, you know, incorporate it into the design. And just have a little bit at the top there. So it's just on top, or you could bring it across, weave it in and out. So I want to do something along those lines, or I may just put the odd piece in, because I've got that much on the table. My mind's going, you know, everywhere. So let me bring, I've got my eucalyptus. I'm not sure about these, but we'll hang on to those. I've got my berries that need to go in and the fruit. So it is going to be quite compact. I mean, oh, don't that look pretty? I want to bring fruit and things around the side. I know I've got these lighter fruit, and you're thinking, well, that's not very Christmassy, but you put that in and that will set that off beautiful. It looks more like an, you know, brings in the autumnal Christmas theme together. You don't just have to have red, you know, red fruit. I've got 4. I bought 4 of each of these out because I want to place them, as you can see, like that. And then I want to bring the red apples in between the green, like that. And then with our roses, this is what I'm just placing to give you an idea on what I'm aiming for. Around where your, if I put 1 in, just sit it at the top, where your candlestick is, I want to be placing a rose. And I want to be placing 1 perhaps inside there as well. And then with the red roses, I want to also add a red rose, as you can see, around the bottom as well. I want to bring in the red and the whites. That's what I'm aiming for, and that's the picture that I have. sort of like drew up in my own mind of what I'm wanting to do. So that's, if you know, if you can see it. So, and you can also, you know, incorporate, if you want, chestnuts, artificial chestnuts, nuts, different coloured berries. I've got blueberries, I've got, you know, raspberries and things like that. You could even put, just to make a fruit, make a fruit wreath and centerpiece, and just have fruit in it instead of flowers. That would look like very festive on your kitchen table. Sorry I keep stopping and drinking, guys. I've got a tickly throat and a bit of a chest infection, and I need something to just sort of like calm it down, stop me from coughing. Right, let's get our eucalyptus. And I'm not cutting these one by one, I'm just getting them and snipping the whole lot off. Because my friend round the corner, she absolutely adores eucalyptus. She likes me to, on her wreath, I'm waiting for her, when she told me she wants one, but I'm waiting for her to say the same words, fill it up with eucalyptus. Last year, I ran out of eucalyptus because of I had to order some. I didn't think I was going to get it in time, but I did. I got it in time for Christmas. But I ran out because she adores it. And I'm just waiting for her to say the same thing. Oh, goodness. Yes, my next door neighbour, that side, going round the corner, very quiet people, but lovely. Really, really nice. Around my age and my husband's age. Instead of knocking on my door, because she knew I was busy in here, she wrote me a letter, good old-fashioned letter, asking for the wreaths. If she could have one for one of the family members at the graveside and one for her door. But she wrote it in a letter. Isn't that sweet? So I've yet to go round and tell her, you know, she could have knocked on the shed, but she's very considerate. Excuse me. And I'm just going to be placing these all around. And I'm pushing them up, because you can push your eucalyptus up. They are pushers. And I'm just cutting the stem relatively short, because I don't want it long. I can put some around the outer side, you know, on the bottom. Let me just see, yeah, I did put one there. And I am slightly bending them over as well, so they're leaning outwards. Oh, my apple. Forgot about that one. It's very good, this hole puncher, because it makes you really, you know, not forget when you just leave it in, not forget where you've been. That one, so I want one there in front of the candle. I keep hearing knocking noises. It's not haunted, my house. It isn't haunted. If that's what you're thinking, it's not. It's just that we've got a street and cars go by and deliveries. A lot of people on this street have a lot of deliveries. I think I'm the worst. My husband says that too. You must have bought out every shop for your flowers. I haven't got that much money to do that. I know the gentleman over the road, his son, he does that as well. He orders a lot off of Amazon. And he keeps getting deliveries. We have parcels delivered to each other's house in case we're not in. So I might get Mark's over the road. They may get mine. I get from number 10 up the street. It gets delivered to mine as well. And I'm number 6. So yeah, we get each other's parcels delivered if we're not in. Because I think it's because the delivery guy just doesn't want to take them back and have to come back again and re-deliver them. I think that's what it boils down to. So he just knocks on anybody's door and says, oh, can you save this for number 10 or for number... Yeah. So yes, it works like that. And then I take it round to him later on when I've spotted that he's back home from work. So we're a very friendly bunch. Take these tags off. Right, I'm going to place some of these around the bottom. So I'm going to take them all off and I'm going to use them all around the bottom. And I'm going to place them just there, look, side of the conifer and also under the willow. So I've got plenty of room. I'm not going to move the leaves upwards. I want them to be all the way down the stem. I want it to give that extra touch. I don't want it like a little, where it's gathering, you know, cluster at the top. Oh, I nearly did it again. Oh, I don't know what's wrong with myself. I wish I could work with long nails, guys, but oh, I've only got little stubbies because I like them to keep them cut down for my work purposes. I have had, let me redo that one because it's not sitting in straight. I have had long nails before, but when I'm working with flowers, I've watched people on videos and, oh, aren't they clever? They can do it. And I'll keep thinking I might message people and ask them what the secret is. Because I just cannot work with long nails. I have tried and tried and I can't. I don't know. It's when I even have, if I put false nails on, I can tell the faults. They don't feel right on my fingers. I don't know if you've had that experience yourselves and they just feel, well, false. And you're frightened to do anything heavy with your fingers in case one pops off. Well, I am. So that's why I don't, I mean, I do like them, don't get me wrong, I really do. But, no, I can't. I like to feel my own nails. So that's that. I thought that was one moment. So I've got 3 left. So where's that beginning of the other one? There. 1. I may need some more. See, eucalyptus gets used a lot. So let's put this one here. So I'm pulling out with the old punch, I'm pushing in with the eucalyptus. So I want another one here. Oh, my cat's woke up. Stay there. Stay there. One needs to go here. This is just basically filling up on the bottom. Put one more. That needs to go. Just check as I go around. I'm checking for the space, that they're all relatively equal with the space. That's all right. So that's with the eucalyptus finish now. Let's see, do I have the fern? There's a lot of greenery. Let me just see. No, not this fern. It just doesn't suit it. We need some white along the bottom. Let me put my flowers in. If I put my flowers in, that'll give me a better idea of where I need other things. So let's get the white roses first. And then we'll place the red ones in. Right, where's candlesticks there? Right. This is what I'm going to do with the white roses. I'm going to be placing them, one out here. If I cut them, I don't want them that long, to be quite honest. One in. Another one out. I've still got my cones on. Just take those off. And then another one in. Like that. This is around our candlestick holders. So 1, 2. I'm going to be placing I will show you guys. Let me just pop in a candlestick. And that needs to go up there. Up, down. Where's the other candle? There. And then that one's up. So I'm going to be placing them in like that. So you've got one up, one down, one up. But I've alternated the where, you know, where the white one's down, the next one's up, the next one's down, the next one's up. And then I do the same with the red. Where the white one's down, the red one comes up, and so on, all the way around. And that is how, I mean, we're going to fill in at the bottom, because I don't just like it just the odd bit of wispiness. I will be placing other things. I may get some bigger ferns out and place those in as well, at the bottom, or even some oak leaves if they don't fall off. You know, I'll have a look, but that is how I'm going to sit it. Oh, I can hear something again. Oh, goodness gracious me. I haven't got a delivery. But that is how I'm going to place them. And then with the apples, again, I'll be placing those in here. I may even co-join them up like that with the green. And then we've also, don't forget, we've got our berries that I want to place some berries at the bottom, some in the centre around here. So that is what I'm going to be doing around. So where you see a white rose at the top, you will have, I don't know whether to put a red, yeah, a red candlestick. And where you see the red at the top, you will have a silver candlestick, just to balance it out. And again, white at the top, red candlestick, red, silver. So that is how they will be placed. And this is going to be, obviously, like I say, guys, a Christmas decoration on your, I think looking at the size of it, it'd be better on your on your dining room table, if anything. So that is what we're going. I'm not putting any flowers around here. I don't want flowers there. Like I say, I want the main flowers to be on the top. You know, I can bring the apples down slightly. You know, if I want to get some more fruit, I can get some more fruit and bring some more. But like I say, we are going to be putting our berries along the bottom as well. So that's why I've got a lot of them out. Probably about 20 stems here. So to go all the way around. So first of all, let's start filling in our roses and get those in. I may have to just stand up for this, guys, so I can see above. And I may actually alter the camera as well. So that one is down because it's red. So that goes down. The white one is at the top because, let me take that leaf off. It is going against the red of your candle. Just give it a helping hand. And I'm not pushing it flat. I want to just get it in so it's got enough room to stay. I do want it lifting up. Let me just see if the camera's in the right position, guys. No, what a shame. I'm going to bring it slightly closer. Excuse all the, perhaps the movement. I'm going to keep my face out of it. I'm just going to keep moving it, guys, because it's just so you get a better shot at it. Sorry about that if you've not been able to see anything. Oh, that'll make me angry again. Eee. So I've put those two in. So now with the silver candle, the red flower will be at the top. The red rose. Because we want the red to bounce off the silver and the white to bounce off of the red. So that one's going to go slightly there as well. Again, I'm not pushing them all the way down. And then the white one, I'm going to take that leaf, those leaves off. And the white one will come in down here. Oops, the daisy. I'll pick that up in a moment. There we have it. And then the white one just there. Now I'm going to do that around again. Coming on this side. So then the white flower, the rose, will bounce off of the red candle. And we'll bring this one round on the side. Like that. I'm not bringing it too far down, these roses. Where's the white one gone? Oh, it's here. I'm not bringing them too far to the bottom. I want them looking like they're sitting around the top. And that will also fill in any gaps with these roses. So I want the red rose in like that. And then the white rose I'm placing, let me just turn it so you can see, just going in slightly at an angle, but bringing it up near the top so it sits at the top. And that's what I'm doing. Let me just push it a little bit more, like that. So that's how we have them all placed around on our wreath. So let's get our fruit in, and I'm going to double up with the fruit. I'm going to put them with each other so they can sit in between the candlesticks where they're placed as well. So I'm going to have to put 2 holes in. So I want the one with the foliage, the light one on the bottom. So I'm going to just put that at an angle. Hold my fruit so it doesn't get in the glue. And then where I've placed that, I will bring that out and place that in. So then that will sit like that. And then I'm going to place another owl. And I'm going to cut this also. I could have put the bigger apples in, but they would have took over. You would have noticed those more than anything. I'm going to sit those with that. As you can see, that's how it looks. And I'm going to do that all the way around. And then we'll put our berries in. Let's do it this side and go in order. Just move some things out the way. That's bugging me because you can't turn that, so I'm going to snip that one off so it's not in the way. And then again I'm going to place this one as I'm pulling it out. I'll place this in, and that will also sit alongside. I don't know if I can. That's better. And then I'm just going to do that going all the way around. Just to give it a bit of fruit, seasonal. I keep hearing things dropping on the floor. Just that little seasonal effect as well for Christmas. With the fruity. And then the last one. Go. And then there's last apple. There's glittery red apple. Place that in also. And again, I'm going to be, like I say, adding our berries. We've still got our cones, so I may actually put the cones with the apples also. I don't think I need to make them, we may need to make an hole because I've only got the moss, the floral. Oh, actually that's gone in quite well. I think I may need to put some on longer ones. So let's get our cones all and add those alongside. With the apples. And then place one here as well. I could actually. There we go. So then now we've also got our cones placed in as well. So let me get rid of those. So let's get our berries in. Now this is looking really full. That's what I like to see. As I say, it adds value. But some people, you know, even the simplicity ones, you know, they really do add value as well. You know, elegance as well. I'm going to be putting the berries, some berries along the bottom. Glue that one back in. Right, so let's start getting these in. And I'm leaving these to slightly longer as well, so we can just place those all around the bottom. Slightly lift that, I don't want it touching the base or the surface. If you can hear a car noise, it's my neighbour next door. He is a car mechanic, well, he used to be. And he seems to do it on a weekly basis. Check his car, that it's running okay. I wish you'd come round and ask me if I wouldn't mind checking. Saves me taking it to a garage, because he is a very good mechanic. One there, I want one here. These are quite hard to get in, so I may need to start using the hole puncher to give it that bit of help and save the pressure on my hands. So as that comes out, push that in. I always think berries add a lovely feature to Christmas things. My sister-in-law's going on holiday again. She's never at home. I keep saying to her, are you sure you just don't want to emigrate and stay there? She must have about 5-6 holidays abroad per year. I don't have one. We don't go on holiday, me and my husband, because we're both running business. And I run this business by myself, so there's nobody to be here to make anything up for me, and my husband either. There's nobody who can do his work concerning management work. They're not trained for that. So yeah, she's always away on holiday. I envy her. I'm not moaning about it. I do envy her. Good on her. But I mean, she always says she needs to get away for a bit of peace. Gosh, her life must be hectic if she keeps going away that many times for a bit of peace and quiet. See, my husband would like to move down to Cornwall and live there. I wouldn't. It's not me. I don't like to live in the middle of nowhere. I like to be around people. My husband, he'd rather just live where it's really quiet and nobody's there. Oh gosh, no. He might as well just live in the wilderness. He said he would, if he could. And I said, well, you'll be going on your own, because I won't be coming with you. That's not my lifestyle for me. Right, I want one more under this apple. And then that's the ones done all around the bottom. And then we'll add a few in the centre and around there as well. Pull that out, place that in. So as you can see, around the bottom, let me take these out and I'm going to pick it up and show you how it's looking from the top as well. That's what it's looking like from the top. I've just spotted a glue string. Again, I do go over them and remove them. But that's how it's looking from the top, with your apples, you know, your different coloured apples and your cones, your red and white roses, and your silver eucalyptus as well added in from the top. So I will again be going around and putting bits of these berries in on the top. I don't just want them on the bottom. I want to add them where the pine cones are. So I only need 4. So that's all I'm going to add. I'm going to cut them slightly shorter, because I don't want them sticking up too far. So let's pine cone, put one just here. I can see that. So we've got a little bit of red berry just hanging around on the top near the pine cones. Oh. Let's see if there's that much around. This could also be a wreath, you know, looking at the size of it. If you wanted, if you finished, you know, you could put it on your door if you like. You know, if you want to just put a hanger on it instead. But again, I've got the candlesticks in, so I've made it purposely for your table. But again, you could pull the candlesticks out or leave them in there and maybe use again the following year. Because with the artificial, you will get a max, you know, approximately about 2-3 years usage out of these artificial. Let's just remove that. I can see. I'm still considering about the heather. With it being white, add a little white Christmassy. That rose is bugging me. There. And I want some more, something around here. Let me just take my glue off for this. Maybe silver, a bit more silver. But as you can see with these in, so let me find them now. There's the red. Is it that side? That side? I can't find it. It's that side. And then the silver. So that's what we have at the moment with everything in it. I just swirl it around so it looks like that. I'll try and lift it up without the candles falling because I haven't pressed them correctly in, but that's what it's like with the candles on. And again, that could be, you could even put in a bottle of champagne or two or three bottles of wine in the centre on your dinner table as well. You know, in the centre here, while it's sat on your table. I've got a bottle, what I haven't used just yet, so I'll show you, give you an example. So when you're having your Christmas dinner and you can have a bottle of champagne or bubbly inside, and you sit down, you start to eat, take the, you know, the top off, and then you just help yourself when you want to fill up your glass and do it like that. That's another way, you know, or you could put 2 in. I think you could get about 3 of this size in, you know, if you put them in, 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, so there's 3. So you could do it like that as well. That's an idea. I don't think I'm going to put the cinnamon sticks in. I want to actually again have a look with these. Oh, that's pretty. That might look nice around, just around the edge. Oh, there's a really fluffy one here. I don't want them on the bottom. These are different types to those. Let's just have a look at that. No, that's too fluffy. Let me get the other ones I've been using. Again, I only want a few. So if I cut, I may just need 3. Because they are quite big, just to add. Oh, that's got one missing on the top. I must be keep buying duds. I'll take 4 off. So that's 1 where that apple is. Got to be careful that they don't look too close in the centre. Let me just have a look. Now that's too close, so I may have to shorten those down. Let me just take this one off and show you, just to have 2 instead. Oh, that's cold. Just to use the 2, just there like that, at the top. 2 or 3, whichever you prefer. And just bring it in a little bit more under the apple, so it's just sticking its head out at the top. Now let me take that bit off, and then we'll have another 2 placed there, just to give it a bit of white, and then we'll have that one under there. Again, like I say, just to give it that little bit of a white, and I'll try and lift it without the candles falling, because before I had these in and they were sticking out right into the centre. As soon as I put the bottle in, they went down, so I don't want that. I want to be able to, if you know, give the option for somebody to actually place a bottle in, you know, so it's just not going to ruin it by pressing these down. So we'll have those, we'll put all these together. Oh my goodness, so they can stay together, so they don't need it anymore. I don't think I need it. I don't know whether to add like the silver along the bottom. It's probably going to be the silver, if anything. Oh, my leaves popped off. Yeah, so I'm going to, because I don't need those anymore, and I've got the ivy that I said I was going to do. I don't know whether I want to add it in now. No, that looks so pretty. I don't want to hide the flowers. No, it's not going on. As much as it's Christmassy, it's not going on. I don't need those. And I don't need the cinnamon sticks. So what we are down to, everybody, now is... Put that rubbish in the bin. We are down to choosing between our huckleberry plant or our silver eucalyptus to go. But I think because we've already got this, you know, the purple here, or the deep red, burgundy, I think we need to bounce it off with something silver. by placing another deep colour, if I can actually show you. It's maybe too much because you've got that red there as well, and there your berries are red, and then that. So I've made my mind up. I'm going to sit back down for this, and I'm going to be placing, let's see, 1, 2, 3. Let me get 5 out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just to be on the safe side. Now I need to just see how long I need these to be sticking out. Not as long as that. Oh, my chair's moving. Yeah, about that length. I'm going to have it similar to the conifer coming out. Oh, let me check that you can see, because I've moved the camera. Oh, I'll get paranoid now, guys. I'm getting a complex. Oh yes, that's much better. So let's get these in. So it's in between. Oh, they do add a lovely touch. Silver. I may put more in actually, because I like the look of it down here. Can you see at the bottom? Doesn't that look wonderful? So I want another one here. Another one there where those berries are. Oh, I think I've gone through with that. That's the reason I'm putting my hand inside to check. Just to keep an eye on if I can feel any of the stems from the eucalyptus popping through the opposite side, because they are quite long. So I may need to start cutting it shorter. That's okay. So I'm going to want 1, 2, probably 3 more. And then I think, ladies and gentlemen, that would be plenty. Now I can feel that one coming through, because I'm placing it really far in, because I don't want it. Where's it gone? There. And plus I don't want it hurting anybody, you know, when it comes to putting their hands there as well. And then one more under here. See, that That one's even come through. Is it gone? I can't see it. Oh, I can. Even if it's just about a couple of mil pop through, I can't leave it. I really can't. Right, let me just place those in properly. Give them a bit of a force. There we are. Stick the candle wick up. So that, my darlings, is absolutely all of it. I'm not going to put again anymore. That is our dining room table or dinner table. I'm going to save these what I've cut off because I can use them. I can't use those ones. But that is what we've got to sit on your dining room table or dinner table when you're eating your Christmas lunch with your family and your loved ones and having a good old Christmas cheerful drink. Again, you could put the glass or a bottle, should I say, of bubbly in the centre, so when you pour in your drink you can get it straight away from there. Oh, that would be lovely. So that is what it looks like that. I will now lift it up and show you what it looks like with the candlesticks in. And that is our Christmas dining table or dinner table arrangement. And again, once you've done, you can, you know, before Christmas and use it as a Christmas, you can take these out, keep the candlestick holders in, just put a bit of a rope around it or string and hang it from your door first, and then bring it in, you know, just get a hairdryer, blow anything off if there's any dust on it, and place it on your table, and then stick the candles back in and use it for your dinner. Isn't that a wonderful thought? So I hope that you all liked that. I think it's beautiful. It is big. Once it was from a 14-inch from tip, from the height longest point. It's got to be, looking at it, about 30 inches because I've got 23 inches up to here. So it's going on near on 30 inches, probably 28 inches. So on perhaps similar as well, the opposite. So you've doubled it in size, which again would look beautiful on your table. So I hope you enjoyed that. Let me sit down while I talk. I hope you enjoyed that, and you know, give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Look at the glue, how it drips off. All that will go back in my pan and melt. So yes, if you've done anything like this yourselves, or just maybe with one candle in, you know, send us a few pictures. Maybe you've done it in different colours as well. So I said I enjoyed Christmas. So yes, so please subscribe, share and like as well. And if you want to, you know, send us a little comment on what you think about it, then please do. I'll always answer your comments back, you know, once I've settled down after my tea, or occasionally before, but I will always reply. So yes, again, I hope you had a good time watching how to do it. It did take a bit long because I was chatting a lot, but you know, that's me. I'm a chatty person. So have a great day and all the best, and thank you for all your wonderful support and your wonderful comments. You are wonderful people, and you mean so much. So take care, everybody. Bye bye.